All right, we have another letter here to read. It reads, "Dear Stone and Digital Dave, does NBC TV hate and disrespect black people?" Okay, let me continue reading this. The reason why I say this is because Alec Baldwin said a gay slur and he gets fired. Martin Bashir says says some very negative things about Sarah Palin and he gets fired. Yet Howard Stern has paraded in blackface. He uses the N-word at will and he gets rewarded with a new America's Got Talent contract, which is an NBC TV program. Wow. And this is from James from Philadelphia. James, first of all, I can probably say I don't think NBC is racist in any way. I'm sure there's some executives of color there, and I'm sure there's a good representation of women and minorities. But you know something? You do have a point. How can this Howard Stern creep dress up in blackface, use the N-words, berate Spanish, Asians, and blacks, and yet NBC renews him with a contract? Well, another thing to think about is, I don't know how he even got that contract, but what saved him was when America's Got Talent got Mel B and Heidi Klum. Because before they got them, before America's Got Talent put them on that show, Howard Stern brought that show to the lowest ratings they ever had. And you know what I'm thinking too? I'm thinking people of color have become very, very complacent. Because when Alec Baldwin said his gay slurs, the gays came from out of the woodwork and protested and called and complained. And even with Martin Bashir making negative comments about Sarah Palin, the conservatives came out and complained. But it seems like maybe it's because we have a half black president in office that many black people are just complacent. And they're just going to sit here and they're going to allow guys like Howard Stern to use the N-word dressed in blackface. There seems like there's no more effort by them to push and get results. So I don't know what that is, but this James from Philadelphia, I mean, this is a great point, and all I have to say is, maybe there's some folks that should be calling NBC and complaining, going to uproar and say, why is this Howard Stern rewarded with a new contract? And as you can see, he has paraded around in blackface. He does use the N-word. I mean, he does lots of things, racial things, but yet he's rewarded. And I'm surprised and perplexed because it's not because of the ratings. What it could be from the fact that maybe he's real close with Simon, the executive of America's Got Talent, and that counts for some pull. I don't know what it is. But that's something that should be addressed. Why? Why is Howard Stern rewarded with a new contract? And he's done even worse things than Alec Baldwin did for NBC and Martin Bashir did for NBC. Think about that. So maybe it's blatant disrespect for people of color. Maybe.